Hello everyone, welcome back to our Java Collections Framework video series. In our previous video, we laid the foundation by introducing the Java Collection Framework and its core interfaces. Today we are diving deeper into one of the most versatile data structure in Java, lists. List allows us to maintain order collections of elements and are essential for various programming tasks. Let's get started. Understanding lists in Java. Before we proceed, let's establish what a list is. In Java, a list is a data structure that stores elements in a specific order. Unlike sets, lists allow duplicate elements, meaning you can have the same elements appear more than once within the list. Imagine a playlist where songs have a distinct order. List example, you can store the character as well as integer in list and many more things. List implementation, array list and linked list. In the world of the list, two primary implementation stands out. One is the array list and another one linked list. These implementation offers distinct benefit and are suitable for the different scenarios. Array list. First, let's explore the array list. It is essentially a dynamic array that can grow or shrink as needed. This makes it excellent for scenarios where you require fast access to elements, making it a good choice for tasks like searching or indexing. List integer list is equal to new array list. You can take the list reference and give the reference to the array list. Second one is linked list. Next up we have linked list. Unlike array list, linked list employs a linked structure to store elements. This structure allows for efficient insertion and deletion at both ends of the list, making it ideal when frequently element manipulation is needed. Like list integer linked list is equal to new linked list. You can give the reference to the linked list to a list interface. Common list methods. Now that we have discussed the implementation, let's delve into the some of the common methods you will be using when working with list. Add method, remove, get, size and isEmpty method. Add method using array list. The add method is a fundamental. It is allow you to append elements to the end of the list or insert at a specific index. Add method using linked list. The add method in a linked list allow you to add element to the list either at the end or at the specific index. In the given example, a new song is inserted at the beginning of the playlist using the add method. So you can see the example here by pausing the video. Get method. The get method retrieves an element based on its index. It's important to remember that indexes in Java start at 0. Remove method. With the remove method, you can delete elements. You can either specify the index or provide the element itself. So you can see in this example by pausing the video. Size method. For quick insight into the list size, use the size method. It reveals the number of the elements present in our list. IsEmpty method. To determine if a list is empty or not, utilize the isEmpty method. It returns the true when the list contains no element, otherwise it returns false. How we can iterate in the list? When working with the list, often we need to go through each element for processing. There are multiple ways to achieve this. I am excited to walk you through them. Traditional for loop, enhanced for loop, iterator and list iterator. Now we see traditional for loop. So I am writing here importing the array list and list, then main class, then I declare a list, the name is numbers and refer to the array list. I adding some values and I am simply iterate a for loop that is running till our array list size number.size. I am using size method and you can iterate the each element by this way. Enhanced for each loop. So I am declaring a list of the string type and the name of list is song and the refer to the linked list. adding some songs, you can add songs dot add something, and I am simply out here. And first is the string, the type of the list, then is a variable name, then colon, then songs, our list name. You can use this method also for iterating the each element in our list. So this is also a way. First declare the list type, then declare the variable name, then 2 points, and after that the list name. You can use this way for enhancing, using the enhancing for loop. The third one is iterator. List of the type integer numbers is equal to new array list. So this is the list of the integer type and the name is number. So iterator, I am using here iterator, and iterator type is integer. Iterator is equal to numbers dot iterator. So I am using iterator in using my list name numbers dot iterator, and I am using a method here iterator dot has next till it is running, and I am printing the value. List iterator is a enhanced version of the iterator. For list specifically, we have the list iterator which enhance the capability of the iterator. It supports both further and backward traversal. This is a list of the string. The name of the list is colors, and I am simply using here list iterator, string list iterator, colors dot list iterator. Colors is our list name, and I am using dot list iterator. First one is for the up forward direction, and the next one for the previous direction. You can use this. See the example. That's it, our second video on the Java collection framework, and that concludes our exploration of list in Java. We have covered the essential, including array list and linked list implementation along with essential methods. In our next video, we will venture into sets, another dimension of the Java collection framework. If you found this video insightful, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to our next learning journey. Thank you for watching.